name's Artemis, and I'm sure that a lot of you, like me, are suffering under the sting of having your favourite convention cancelled because of some virus cunt. But it is, unfortunately, the necessity of the modern world, and I completely fucked that word up, but no, I quite like that actually. Necessity rolls off the tongue, it's more grandiose. Yes, it is a public health scare that has meant that large gatherings are gone, and that's a shitty thing, that's a shame, I don't like it, but hey, it's one of those things, I guess. But as much as we could all sit here and think about all those lovely, wonderful parts of a convention that we're going to miss out on, I thought it would actually be a lot easier and a lot better to sit here and think about all the shitty parts of a fucking convention, all the tedious crap that we have to put up with, that actually, it's not so bad that we're missing out on. In fact, actually, at least we don't have to deal with that shit. Let's dig in. And right off the bat, we have international travel. Now, of course, a lot of the conventions take place in America, and to completely blow the mind of some Americans, there are countries outside of America where other people live. I know, right? Not just ones that have oil as well. But yes, that means that a lot of people do have to travel into that country just to enjoy a convention, and as someone who has done that myself twice now, it is an absolute pain in the fucking ass, and not in the good way that some people seem to enjoy at the convention itself. There are a lot of stresses that go in with it. I mean, with America, it's pretty easy. Get an Esther and you're in. But then you've got to think about packing. How much do you want to take? Is it going to go over your weight allowance? Is it going to go over your space allowance as well? Is it going to get fucking lost in transit? Are you going to have to open up that case in front of the TSA and try to explain to them, okay, yeah, it's not drugs. Honestly, it's just tea, officer. I mean, that's pretty relative to me, obviously. If it's someone else, for instance, it could be, yeah, okay, it's just a dog-shaped dildo. It's fine. It's for me. It's my own personal thing. Please don't fucking... Oh, he's touching it. Oh my god, he's touching it. That was inside of me. Put it down. That in itself is a lot of fucking stress. And then there's the fact that most of your fucking flights have to have a connection at some point. So you get to do it all over again. Like, oh, we're finally here and we got through immigration. That was a fucking ball ache. Let's put everything back on another fucking plane. Oh god, we didn't make the connection. It's a fucking ball ache, okay? And I'm actually quite happy I don't have to deal with that this year, okay? I'm pleased. No more fucking flying. But then once you actually arrive in your destination country, you have to travel to the con. If you're very lucky and you manage to snag a main hotel spot or somewhere within walking distance, then it's not going to be as bad. But, I mean, sometimes you don't get that lucky. Sometimes the overflow hotel is a bit of a distance away, and being a dealer or a fursuiter, that is a massive arseache, trying to travel all of your shit into the con, find a place to keep it safe, and travel it back. Now, of course, it's not too bad if you're confuzzled, because they let you keep your fursuit there in their, secure little changing rooms with the proper drying racks. That's bitching, but unless you've got a buddy who's got a hotel space nearby, places like, MFF again, they won't let you keep your fucking case in there, so you're shit out of luck all over again. And that's not even going into the fact that, we ended up in an Airbnb. A lot of people end up quite a distance out of this con. You got to drive in and out, or get a fucking Uber or some shit. And if you do drive, then you run the risk of getting your car towed. Isn't that right, Switch? And yes, of course, I'm missing out on Confuzzled, in which case my travel would have been out of the room into an elevator and down it. And that's pretty damn easy. But yeah, there's a lot of me sitting here thinking, whew, we don't have to fucking worry about that. I mean, the big travel from a city into a con, not the elevator. I'm not scared of lifts, honest. And of course you have accommodation as well. Now this is something that, has got a couple of levels to it. There's the stress of actually trying to get a hold of accommodation. That's fucking nasty for a lot of cons. There's a lot of infighting, a lot of server issues and shit like that. But then there's the actual accommodation. A lot of American cons, you share a room. You could have 6 people crammed in a room with 2 beds, and that's fine. But you've all got to share 1 toilet and 1 shower. If you're all fursuiters, you've all got to find space to actually hang that up. That can be fun and annoying, trying to shuffle who's sleeping on the floor tonight. Especially if you want to have a room party, or if you want to get your holes resized. That can be a massive hindrance to your fun. Of course, not a lot of people are going to be spending all that much time in their rooms, but then there's also some of us, like myself, where the room is basically the chill zone. You've had a good day at the con, let's just go back and have our own chill room party. I'm going to miss that, but you kind of need a decent-sized room to do that. So that's why the Airbnb was a good shout. And before queuing and waiting, now yeah, this is something that comes with every fucking convention, whether it's furry or not, but it is still something that I think none of us really comprehend until we actually get there. Like, oh, okay, yeah, we've got to get to the convention where we've got all this flying to do, all this driving to do, and then we'll queue up at Reg, and then we'll go and get something to eat. And it's all fine and dandy. You're like, oh yeah, that's fine, we'll just do it. Until you get to that stage, you're like, I'm sorry, what, we're here for 3 hours? 3 fucking hours. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, at least I can go on my phone. Oh, there's no signal. Okay, of course there's no fucking signal because everyone's using it. That's a ball ache. I mean, it's necessary. It's not something I'm going to have a go at the convention for, but then the waiting never seems to stop. It's a matter of, oh, we want to go to the dealer's day, we've got to wait for that. Well, let's have a look at the art show, we've got to wait for that. What about the dance company? No, we've got to wait for that too. There was a lot of waiting around at a convention, and, you know, I'm not going to knock any convention for it. It's just what happens when you get that many people wanting to do the same thing, but oh, the amount of fucking time at a convention I spend just sitting in a corridor waiting for something to happen. I mean, that's where the fun can happen, especially now you have a Switch. It makes it easier, but God. Number 5, communicating with friends and coordinating shit. Yeah, fuck that noise. Like, conventions are very busy places, a lot of phones going on, all the mobile data signal is sort of having to spread out, the bandwidth is used. I don't know, it's technical, but it's difficult to fucking message people. And even if you can get a hold of them, furries are not organised. Furries aren't good with this. Things like, okay, I'm walking down corridor B, if you want to meet me just at the mezzanine and when we can go and get some food. And they're like, where the fuck even is anything? I'm in a car park in Ohio. What the shit? No one fucking has any idea how to get around or describe directions. And you've got to go and fucking chase people down in half suit. Yeah, talking about you, Max. All right, chasing you down, having to send someone to a restaurant. Jesus. It's all fun and games whilst you're able to stick together, but especially in somewhere like a dealer's den, you're like, oh, we're going to go and check out that sort of shit. I'll meet you over there. 2 hours later, you still can't find them. That's a ball ache. That's stressful as well in a foreign country. So, yes, I'm going to class that as one of these lists. How many times have I said ball ache? Dealer's den rush and the slots filling up. That's something that happens every single time. Now, some of the people want to go to a convention, spend a lot of money. That is great. That is fantastic. I also want to do the same thing, but my bank account says no, and so does Aaron, because apparently I get a bit credit card happy. But in any case, there is a lot of excitement about getting into a dealer's den, want to get some good stuff, and oh my god, look at that artist. Their slots are gone. Oh my god, look at that one, they do really nice paws, and no, they're full up as well. It's disappointing. I mean, it's great for the artists. I'm really happy they got the demand and can make that fucking fat cash, but oh, I've seen people completely sprinting to try and get a dancer slot because they're so thirsty for that dragon dick, and they're so disheartened when their erotic fantasies cannot be displayed. And I'm sure they're going to have an easier time just, you know, pinging him a DM and waiting their turn. Number 7, where the fuck do we eat? Like, a lot of conventions, a lot of hotels have little restaurants inside, but they're busy. A lot of places can do takeaway, but they're busy. When you group this many people together and they all have, you know, the need to put things in their mouth. Okay, put food in their mouth, because the other one is kind of exclusive to a few. Then, you know, these places get overwhelmed, and, you know, MFF had a lot of good options, but they filled up really quick, and, you know, it's, oh, we feel like German food, or we can't get in there because too many Mersuiters are getting their asses hit with fucking paddles, so, yeah, there's not enough room for us to sit down. But, you know, it's a bit of a struggle, and then you've got to try and figure out, oh, what the fuck does everybody want to eat? Should we go for pizza? Oh, I don't like pizza. Well, then fuck you, Jerry. Who the fuck doesn't like pizza? What the hell is wrong with you? And then there's also the time pressure of when do you eat? Because these fucking days fly past completely. Your body's like, hey, we need fuel. And you're like, ha, tough shit. I'm being a dog. Calm the fuck down, stomach. Number 8, the time pressure. Of course, there is a lot of pressure to enjoy yourself at a convention and do as much as fucking possible, and that's just not possible because there's so much going on. So there's a lot of pressure with trying to actually figure out, oh, what's more important, doing this or doing that? It can be difficult. Sometimes you have to disappoint people. I mean, I've had it before where, you know, I was busy doing something, they wanted me to do this other thing, and then apparently I'm the cunt because I'm doing something, and that's something that I had to, I mean, I didn't deal with it, fuck them all, they're all dead to me, but whatever. It's one of those things that you have to deal with that, you know, oh, I really want to do this and that, but they're happening at the same time. Oh, bollocks. Oh, you know, if you have multiple friend groups, you kind of got to split your time up so you're not neglecting any. It's difficult. And then there's also the whole fucking matter of, what else have I written? Jesus, what was it? I wrote so much. Planning meals around all this shit. I've already spoken about that, it's fine. But there's so much time pressure. Jesus, I need to learn how to script this shit better. And then, of course, you get to that point where you're kind of like, okay, it's been a few days of this convention now, and we've not really done much but Fursuit. And in those last days, you want to fill everything in. Like, you get that sort of pressure built in your head, and I'm happy that I'm not fucking trying to force myself into a, you know, diabetic coma, because I'm trying to do everything all at once, and I'm chugging as much Monster energy drink as possible. Of course, fursuit issues, which I really don't need to go into detail with this. It's hot, it's sticky, you've got to clean it. Sometimes they rip. There's stains all over the place. You've got indoor foot paws, but you don't have sandals. Well, that's just shitty. How the fuck are you supposed to clean it off every day? It stinks a little bit. Oh my god, I'm putting it on and it's still wet from yesterday. I can't see absolutely fucking anything. I can see a unicorn. Is this heat stroke? Oh my god, it smells like that person over there is rotting. What the fuck even is water? Because I think its only purpose is to pour out of me and onto the floor. Is it okay if I just lay down here and die for 5 hours? Is that basically the full fursuit convention experience? I'm pretty fucking certain it is. Oh, I forgot one. Why the fuck is he groping me? And finally, number 10, the worst part of a convention. The absolute shittest part that no one really wants to fucking deal with. It ends. There's a really shitty moment where you've actually had a really good time despite all of these stuff that I've listed. Honestly, I love conventions. I'm not shitting on them. But then it comes to an end. You've had all this great time with your friends, this real life-affirming stuff. You really love everything that you've done, and then you got to get a flight home. You got to drive home and everything. You got to go back to work, and it's shitty. And I'm not saying that it is a good consolation. Like, well, at least we don't have to deal with PCD. I'd rather not do a con than deal with PCD. No, fuck that. I'll do all the PCD there is if I get to do a con. But it's a shitty part of a convention that is always looming on the horizon. You think, oh god, we've only got 4 days left, 3 days left, 2 days left. It ends tomorrow. Fuck. And it's always there in the background watching you. You know, like, you know, a tiger to Camel Baskin's husband. But there we have it. Those are 10 really shitty parts of a convention that I'm sure we're all going to be fairly glad we don't have to deal with. Thank you for watching. Hope it made some sort of sense. If you want some behind the scenes on this, I actually have already filmed this video before, but it turned out to be shit. So this is the second round of it. So hopefully this is way better than the first. Not that you'll know. Thank you very much for watching again. Maybe you can hit some buttons down there. I don't know, the escape key, see what that does. What the fuck does pause break even do anyway, but it's on every keyboard? Or maybe you could even hit this button right here to support me, who knows? That'd be quite adventurous of you as well, wouldn't it? But thank you very much. It is hot as balls and the sun is coming to burn me. But I like pain and suffering, so let's see if blue can tan. Goodbye.